A bowl of strawberries priced at $9.85 million. Not a rumor. This dessert is served at Arnaud's in New Orleans, along with a 10-carat blue diamond ring. The recipe itself? Strawberries, port wine, ice cream, whipped cream, mint. Simple. Affordable. So how did a humble fruit dessert become a headline for one of the most expensive luxuries in the world? Who decided it was worth millions? And has anyone ever ordered it? Was this creation meant for romance, marketing, or simply shock value? And when a dessert costs more than a mansion, is it still food? Let's find out. At first glance, it looks like the ultimate romantic gesture. After all, New Orleans is a city of music, mystery, and magic. Arnaud's itself is steeped in history. Since 1918, it's been a place where couples come for anniversaries, engagements, and once-in-a-lifetime celebrations. Picture this. Your partner orders dessert, expecting something sweet and simple. Instead, they're handed a dish sparkling with a blue diamond ring. Not tucked away in a velvet box, but glistening on top of strawberries, as though romance itself has been plated. The idea is irresistible. Newspapers called it the world's most romantic dessert. Travel writers described it as a proposal waiting to happen. But here's the twist. No official records suggest anyone has ever actually ordered it. CNN, Forbes, and Insider all reported on it. They marveled, they laughed, they debated. Yet, as of today, the $9.85 million bowl of fruit has become famous not because someone ate it, but because no one did. And that leads us to a bigger question. If not romance, then what really was the purpose? Luxury always walks hand in hand with attention. Arnaud's didn't just serve food, they served prestige. Their dining rooms hosted movie stars, political figures, even royalty. In 2004, when Strawberries Arnaud made its debut, the world was already obsessed with lists of the most expensive things. Magazines were publishing stories about diamond-covered cell phones, gold-plated burgers, and $1,000 cocktails. Wealth was not just power, it was entertainment. Arnaud's understood this perfectly. By attaching a diamond ring to a humble dessert, they transformed it into a headline. World's most expensive dessert served in New Orleans. That single sentence was worth millions in free publicity. The media storm was enormous. Travel blogs wrote about it. TV shows mentioned it. Food writers debated it. And suddenly, Arnaud's wasn't just a local legend, it was international news. So maybe the strawberries weren't meant to be eaten at all. Maybe they were meant to be remembered. But if it was all marketing, why does it still shock us? Think about it. A bowl of fruit valued higher than a mansion. A dish you could make at home for pocket change suddenly turned into a symbol of excess. It almost feels like a trick, doesn't it? Because nothing about the strawberries changed. Nothing about the cream, the mint, the ice cream. The only thing that transformed the dish was the story. The idea that a diamond sitting on top of it could make it something new. And that's what shocks us. Food, the most basic human need, colliding with wealth, the most abstract human invention. Here's the question we are left with. White right pointing backhand index. At what point does luxury stop being about enjoyment and start being about spectacle? Naturally, the next question is, did anyone ever dig into this dessert? The answer, according to Arnaud's staff and countless reports, is no. No confirmed orders. The dish was more legend than reality. A statement piece for the menu, not a serving plate for the table. And yet, does that make it less real? Think of it like this. If a painting sits unsold in a gallery, is it still art? If a car sits untouched in a museum, is it still a car? In the same way, Strawberries Arnaud became famous not for being eaten, but for being imagined. And isn't imagination sometimes the most powerful ingredient of all? But if no one ate it, then another question rises. What exactly was it meant to be? Here's where the story bends into philosophy. When does food stop being food? Some would say the dish crossed into the realm of art. After all, art is about transformation. A canvas and paint mean little until Picasso's signature makes it priceless. A marble block means nothing until Michelangelo breathes life into it. In the same way, strawberries and cream became legendary when paired with a diamond. Not because of taste, but because of imagination. Others argue it wasn't art at all. It was theater. A performance staged for the press, with the whole world as its audience. And maybe that's the real story. We weren't meant to eat it. We were meant to consume it in another way. But consume what, exactly? Flavor, or fantasy? Luxury isn't merely about opulence. It's about the emotions and stories we weave around it. The notion of a $10 million dessert might elicit a chuckle, yet it also sparks a smile. Why? Because it taps into our innate desire for the extraordinary in the everyday. Strawberries Arnaud isn't just a dessert. It's a narrative. A tale where humble ingredients, strawberries, vanilla ice cream, whipped cream, transform into a spectacle of indulgence, all with the addition of a 10-carat blue diamond ring. This dessert embodies the magic of storytelling. It reminds us that value isn't solely determined by cost but by the stories we associate with things. The laughter, the shared disbelief, the collective wonder. These are the true ingredients that elevate an experience. And perhaps that's why Strawberries Arnaud continues to captivate us. It's not just about the taste. It's about the joy of the narrative, the delight in the unexpected, and the shared experience of something truly unique. But here's the most delightful part. The strawberries are just the beginning. Because if dessert can make the world stop and smile, just imagine what mind-blowing stories we have up our sleeve next. The journey isn't over yet, and trust me, what's coming will surprise you even more. So tell me, do you want more crazy food adventures like this? If you enjoyed this sweet ride, drop a comment below with your favorite part or what you'd like to explore next. Stay tuned. The next chapter is just around the corner, and you won't want to miss it.